of law. For those who don't know me, this is real rare. But today's mathematics is knowledge, and the 1 to 14. Have you not heard that your word is born? Yes, my word is born. Part itself. Answer. Yes, my word is born, and born is life. And I will give my life before my word shall fail. So what does that mean to me? I'm about to tell you in no limited time. That means that everything I say out of my mouth, I need to live it out at that very moment in time, or I have had to live it out before I spoke it. Because if I don't, nothing's going to happen to the listener who I tell a lie to. I'm going to bring a death to myself. Does that mean I'm going to have a heart attack and fall out and die? No. That just means I lost my credibility. That when people look at me now, they're going to be like, hey, that's just, she ain't got it. She ain't rap too tight. She talk about things that don't exist. She talk about things she can't show and prove. She bring fallacy. And my father, who was a military man, peace be upon my physical father, my father always taught me, the only thing you have in this life is your word. My father said they can take anything from you. They can take your life, they can take your material things, but your word is what people know you by. That's your reputation. That's how you get your respect. And in the honor of what my father taught me, I always managed to live that out. I may have not known how to say it in that way until I learned my lessons. Peace to Elijah and peace to W.B. Farrar. Peace to Allah, peace be upon Allah, who gave his life for somebody like me. I didn't even come into this world until 3 years after he got returned. So peace to that great man for his great actions, because without my supreme mathematics, I don't know where I would be. The statistics are real low for a woman like me. Ethnic women coming out of poverty, there's not too many options back in the 70s for a young girl to grow up. And for me to stand in front of people and say, I have a bachelor's degree, I graduated with honors, I have a career, I can pay my own rent in full. I don't have a rent program. I talk about it all the time because I don't like that. But I'm able to pay my own rent. I'm able to put food on my table. Beautiful. I don't have to be with a man because I'm hungry and I need shirts and I need clothing. When I find a companion, it's because I genuinely want to be with that person. It's not about making ends meet. I'm big girl. Y'all can tell I ain't missing no means. But, you know what I mean? Give thanks that I have supreme mathematics. Without supreme mathematics, I can honestly say, I don't think I would be standing here. I'm about to be 51 on Friday. My born day is Friday. Yes, yes. So, that's all I got to say about that for right now. Peace. Y'all better get up here, Bill.
Peace. Peace, God.
Peace.
I shine powerful God Allah, God.
What's the name?
I shine powerful God Allah.
Beautiful name.
Today's mathematics is knowledge, manifested to wisdom. I was going to go into the 1 through 30, 11 degrees. What
does that have anything
what does it have to do with said question number 10?
10?
Said question number 10 deals with the nutrition level of the body. I've been stuck on the nutrition level of the body because I deal with how things affect the energy. You know what I'm saying? You are what you eat.
Yes.
You basically, when you put food in your mouth, it goes to your saliva, then it goes to an acid base, then it goes to a stomach. A stomach breaks it down to a molecule form for your blood again. It also cooks out a toxin of what you eat. This toxin is in a gas form. All gas rises to the top. So it can change your mind. It can change your thoughts and actions. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you are what you actually eat. So indeed. I just add on, I travel. I'm coming up from Alabama. I reside in Alabama, but I work in New Orleans. So I'm always on the road. I'm always traveling.
Nice.
So indeed. I love going up here because this is my family. That's really my own family. My son just passed
Must be
You
dogs.
So-
call him.
I could really call nature the gods as my family.
Mm.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace, and this is how come I love.
Peace.
I wasn't going to go this. He said, "I went for Mr. God and gave me food, and I was to read in 140." But when you brought up the knowledge to read in 136, it brought me back. I first learned that lesson. All I knew was the student enrollment, so I related it to the student enrollment because above number 10, what 10 was not a question, in the 136. But then I checked it out. Numerically, thank you.
You're welcome.
And in the 136, it has 379 years, right? In that lesson. Understandably. But also, in the 140, it had 279 years. So that date was that year was 1934, or 15,020. Now, we know the 136 and the 140 was manifested in 1934, 15,020. But in the coastal degree, in the 114, it has 15,019. Well, of course, 15,019 and then 15,020. But now we got the 136, which is 34 in front of it. So now when you put it behind the 140, that above question number 10 becomes, who is that mystery God? Which encompasses it all. Those who know 120 appreciate this. And so I started teaching because that encompasses it all. You know what I'm saying? Even the 10th degree in student enrollment talk about said nation other than Islam, Buddhism, and Christianity. Because who's that mystery God? Because these are mystery God teachers in religion. You know what I'm saying? So when I relate now, when I see what's above question number 10, I hit right to that. Who's that mystery God? And that goes into all. You know what I'm saying? Because we're taught how to eat the wrong foods. Because when I first came to announce myself, and I told people, I'm black, this and that, pro-black, this and that. And then I told them I don't eat no food. He said, what? You ain't no soul food. You ain't black unless you eating soul food. This is my people. They don't know no better. They coming from a blind, different dumb state. But they were so hungry, they ate the insides of the pig. They call it chitlins. And it smells exactly like doodle. You know what I mean? But they was, they loved it up. Because they were starving. This is what the master, the white man, threw away. He said, shoot, he threw away good meat. Man, really hungry to eat something that smelled like doo-doo.
To learn how to clean it.
Yeah,
to learn how to eat it.
To now it's become a delicacy. And you go down to Sylvia's and you can get you some chitlins. They're going to cost you more than the goddamn chicken and all that other stuff. That's weed. And you got white people calling over. They want some of them chitlins. And they want the collard greens. The father, I read it in How to Eat and Live, but at the time of 1974, I had to take it to the father. And the father said, don't eat that because it's a weed. It comes from the weed family. When he said that, I haven't read How to Eat and Live. I don't know How to Eat and Live 1 or 2 out yet. And my mom said it took a long time for you to cook the collard greens. And the other vegetable you steam it, boil it, whatever, and it's done. The collards take a long time. I said, yeah, Mom, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. That's why the God said there was a weed. You know what I'm saying? But weeds do have its purpose. There's a lot of iron in that. But that's not, wasn't a food for us to eat. It's for the medical purposes.
Right.
But we are so blinded to them. But then we was hungry. We don't know what hungry is. I tell my grandson, Grandpa, I know you don't know how hungry is, but you don't know. You want something to eat. You're not hungry. You know what I'm saying? They was really hungry. You know, not saying people don't be hungry now, because I had a bunch of times where I was doing bad myself, and I would go to a place called Soup Kitchen to get something to eat. I was mismanaging my funds to get high with it, without shame. You know what I mean? The only shame was to stay in that state. You know, it's a victory to go through it and come out of it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I see the little children coming with their parents who stole the food stamps so they can get high, and so the kids had to eat. You know what I'm saying? Them kids might have been hungry. You know what I'm saying? I can't say there's no hunger in the black neighborhoods. There's a lot of hunger. Even though people get food stamps don't mean nothing. You know, because they what you they that you get money, you know, it's what you, how you use money, how you do with it. A lot of people mismatch, like I had mismatched mine. I'm so glad I had no children with me. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to, and I had no way to feed them, I guess I had them on that line too, and asking for a plate to take home. You know, because I've been to a lot of adult-free, crack-free little houses you want to talk about, and you open up, they got ice water. That's it. And give me some ice. That was it. You know, I'm like, wow. You know, but I can't have to prepare, you know, myself or anybody else in hell. Because, you know, hell is really part of the profession when I be considered hell. And I see the effects that it had on this nation, you know, and I'm so glad that those who are here, who if you didn't go directly, he was affected by being in that environment. You know, because people are doing a whole lot of negativity just for the next one. You know what I'm saying? They say 1 is too many and 1,000 is never enough. I say 1 is too many, that's it for me. Because somehow I draw a line that every time I get high, I'm other than myself on certain substances. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just like cocaine now. I want to be a sex fiend. You know what I'm saying? Where the girls at? Because I know they so low in the state of mind of being free, they do just about anything sexual. To a trisexual, I remember a trisexual, when I see the crackhead woman do whatever it was said to get that next crack. And they might not, they see all this much crack in time, they can get theirs, they how they do Christmas level. And they're going to be, you know, what can you say? Give me that problem going. It's a shame. I'm so glad that we are rising our consciousness to be higher than that. You know, when we take the time and realize the beauty of our women.
Thank you, God, for
They
being
say
there.
a happy wife is a happy what?
Life.
Life, right. You know, so brothers, you got problems. You're at home, you got a woman, you know, your problem is that you're not really treating her to be happy. You know? I mean, some people, no matter what you do, they can solve, but you choose a mate, you chose it for good reasons. I'm going to say you're compatible. You know what I'm saying? You know what buttons to push. That's when you know when you're arguing. You know exactly, you know you don't mean it. But at that, you know that the brownie points that hit the button, you know what I'm saying? A nail on the head, and they're effective. You know what I'm saying? Out of anger, we'll say a lot of nasty things to people. You know? And I got to understand that you don't love a black woman. You don't love her no more. But then once you don't love herself no more, the sister's talking about the texture of her hair and all like that. But you see the black women without that texture of straight hair, they get that hair on. They buying it. You know, if it's not the hair, they buy imitation hair. You know, they want to have the long lashes, and their skin covers up their veins and stuff in their face. They don't have to put their makeup to cover it. But they put it on anyway, you know. I seen a lady, she was dark as me, but she looked light as you because she had that makeup on.
And you see her hands.
Oh, you was there. Yeah. You see her hands, she was all dark. But you see this like those light skin lady, she had straight hair. She was doing like this, you know what I'm saying? And when you went like that, and I see that black hair, I'm like, say word. And she was an older lady, so you know this is going on for a long time. Then the brother said that we got women who bleach their skin now. Or they really, especially from the Indies. I'm not talking about nobody West Indies. You know what I mean? She probably was a West Indian. It was a neighborhood, West Indian neighborhood there.
So-called African.
Yeah, African too, you say, huh? Yeah, it was crazy how we don't love ourselves. So how you have somebody love you? That's what I talk about. You don't love the black woman. You know, we don't get behind about her beauty. It's the greatest beauty of the planet. And you try to act like the worst. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself in that low position.
So
You know, and you want to be respected. You know what I'm saying? But I like to get to Black Lives Matter. Because I ain't never seen so many white women marching in the street for black people in the Black Lives Matter. I said, where the black women at? That's America. Where all these white women, Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. They don't care about black people. If they cared, they would change the Constitution of the United States. They say Trump gonna change the Constitution of the United States. I don't know if Trump gonna change it or not, but one thing, if he don't change it, that we're 3/5 of a person and make us 5/5 a whole person, that means we have equality. And that 3/5 is not equality. They say we're going one, go all. If we're not one, we can't go with the all. Now, we already have now, so we know we're the all in all. But as far as they're concerned, we're 3/5 of a person. That's why we got the right to vote. By law. Not by the right that you're a citizen. Now, if somebody Chinese become a natural citizen, there's not a Chinese right to vote because they're citizens. We still got a Voting Rights Act because we're not citizens. We haven't woke up from that. I don't care if you got $1 million. I don't care that Barack Obama, you're president of the United States, you still 3/5 of a person by law. Showing that's a white supremacist doctrine. So if Black Lives Matter, then that'd be the first thing that should matter. Else we don't have no skin in the game. The Father said that we're not against the government. And we should follow who's regulation of the government. If the government do right by us, but if they do not make us equal under the Constitution, they're not doing right by us in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? We have fought in every war from when they started the Revolutionary War all the way up to now. And wars don't even know about the secret things they be doing and fighting militia and CIA. And we have died for this nation. And what we got? We got no equality. But let's just say though that though. So I'm not surprised. They say that they will not keep and obey the laws of Islam. Islam is freedom, justice, and equality. So when they don't give me equality, I know it. But I'm not gonna make like Kanye with a White Lives Matter shirt. You know what I mean? That's the only life that matters in America. No other lives matter as they will make it equal. You know? So the only way my word can be bond to those a government is that I got skin in the game. Other than that, I tell my grandchildren, don't go to war. What are you fighting for? You know what I'm saying? I know we got a whole lot of good opportunity here, but you don't have equality. People look at it, it's more than the money. More than they make the money. The money is so made up, they made this thing called crypto. Now, the first thing you hear is crypt. They know what crypt is for you bring dead people in the crypt. Right? So the crypto is dead cipher to me because it's zero cipher. You know what I'm saying? Now, they done found some scheme up where the money they sent to Ukraine, they put in crypto and then that crypto market fell. So where's that money? Where's that money? They done took the money and gave you digits. Now the digits are gone. Nothing but game. You know, I'm tired of the game, but we have to know to ourselves. We know about word is bond, we always use 2-day word. We don't always get the word bond. No good. No good. Because like the brothers gave a presentation. Their presentation was on that they wanted to do something with this land that the school had. Number one, off the gate, God's was wanting to destroy. They would not take the money. If we talking about the dollar bill, it's not worth anything anymore because it's worth the gold standard. It's just like crypto. We just did this crypto paper. Got different denominations on it. It's religious paper because, different denominations, you be Protestant, you be Lutheran, you Catholic, different denominations. But it's the same game with another name. So we got to be careful with how we can go a deal further because we had a program going already to fix the school up. Brothers and sisters, because of a lot of money. In fact, the person, beloved, who gave the presentation gave $1,000 to the venture. And he's going to flip and want to now bring somebody in to present us with a way how they can fix our land up. Well, he said that he got the same kind of company, right? He's an architect. Well, why don't you do it? I feel better if he said, I'll do it, than having some Caucasians come in there and do it, But I remember back in 2008, when the people built on the corner. They built on the corner, and they said that they need to use part of our property, or whatever. All kinds of stories, but so they said, we'll pay you for that. That's all we heard. We didn't hear they offered them to fix the school up 100% or take the money. What did brothers do? They took the money, the school still messed up, and we giving them a lot of money to fix that school up. We could have got it fixed up, and now you want to help us fix it up? So beware, because your word is bond. Over time, it's still your word. Like what you said, though. You said something I'm doing now or what in the past. See, the past is coming to me, go on a Zoom meeting, I said, I'm confused. I'm confused with how a man who wanted to tear the school down, who accepted money instead of having the school fixed up. Now you want to fix it? But then you don't want to fix it. You want to get money again by making a deal with somebody else. Bringing them in to do it. I remember that I announced the knowledge. I said to God, found, it was Born King founded, right, God? In 2008. It was 12/21.
Yeah, they called me and I made it possible for them to get it.
Oh, you made it possible for them to get it. Because the University of Rashid is our archivist. And he had that. And I told him,
now if y'all want me to release it, to everybody, I can just click it on my phone and release it to everybody.
At least everybody should know.
Well, I don't know. I didn't review the tape, God. They just asked me to find it, and I found it.
The truth is the truth. And the truth don't hurt nobody but